Good evening. It's Tuesday, September 10, 2019 here in Cebu City. I'm Sherry Ann Lim, and here's all you need to know in NewsBits tonight. Pedestrians will no longer be allowed on the two bridges connecting the cities of Mandaue and Lapu-Lapu from 1 to 5 a.m. The Mactan-Cebu Bridge Management Board has decided to implement a curfew amid the recent suicide incidents in the area. Here's Nico Tubo for the details.
The Mactan-Cebu Bridge Management Board has decided to implement a curfew for pedestrians passing through the two bridges connecting the cities of Mandaue and Lapu-Lapu. From 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., pedestrians will no longer be allowed to walk along the Mandaue-Mactan Bridge and Marcelo Fernan Bridge. The move is intended to address the recent suicide incidents in both bridges. MCBMB Chairperson and Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia has ordered the closure of one pedestrian lane on both bridges to make monitoring easier. Bicycles will also be banned from passing the bridges. The MCBMB, however, has yet to decide on when to implement the curfew, closure of one pedestrian lane, and bicycle ban. The Department of Public Works and Highways also has a project to raise the railings and install nets to prevent people from jumping off the bridge. Recently, the Police Regional Office in Central Visayas ordered the Lapu-Lapu City Police Office to monitor the Mandaue-Mactan Bridge, while the Mandaue City Police Office was tasked to watch over the Marcelo Fernan Bridge. This year, the MCBMB monitoring team has recorded 17 prevented suicide attempts and 4 deaths. Nico Tubo, NewsBits Tonight.
Philinvest Land Incorporated has started removing the 8 columns of its El Corso Mall at the South Road properties that have been encroaching on the 8-meter setback required under the National Building Code. Here's Philip Cirujano for the details.
The Philinvest Land Incorporated has started the removal of the 8 columns of El Corso Mall in the South Road properties. The contractor of FLI has already placed scaffoldings and net as a safety precaution for the passing motorists during the destruction of the posts. The columns were intended for the construction of a footbridge that would connect El Corso across the residential communities within the 40-hectare City de Marie Township project. SRP manager Jose Dalos III said they are very happy that the Philinvest has been true to its promise to start the removal of the columns. Dalos added that it shows the good relationship between the city government and the Philinvest. Last July, the Cebu City government asked the management of Philinvest Incorporated to remove the columns which violated the 8-meter setback required under the National Building Code. Philinvest initially asked for 100 days to comply, but the city government has only given them 60 days. Philip Cirujano, NewsBits Tonight.
More stories in NewsBits Tonight after this short break. Prices of pork in Central Visayas remain stable amid the confirmed entry of African Swine Fever into the country, according to Central Visayas Agriculture Chief Salvador Diputado. He also reminded the public not to feed hogs swill, locally known as lamao, emphasizing the need for cleanliness and sanitation. Here's Nico Tubo for the details.
Department of Agriculture Central Visayas Director Salvador Diputado said prices of pork in the region were not affected despite the confirmed cases of African swine fever in the country. Diputado assured the public that they are cooperating with other agencies for the preventive measures, adding that there are no reason to panic since majority of the pork in Cebu are outbound. The agriculture official also reminded the private and commercial hog raisers not to feed pigs with swill, locally known as lamao, emphasizing the need for cleanliness and sanitation. He also urged the public to report to authorities sudden death of hogs that may be caused by African swine fever. One of the symptoms that a hog is infected with the contagious disease is fever with lesions. Infected hogs must be culled, burned, and buried. Last August 22, Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia issued an executive order prohibiting the entry of pork, pork-related products, and byproducts into Cebu province without permits or certificates for 100 days. The executive order also regulates the entry of live hogs through all ports in the province. The Central Visayas Pork Producers Cooperative said Cebu province has a 10.9 billion peso hog industry that needs to be protected, adding that Cebu's annual pork consumption is around 64 million kilograms. Nico Tubo, NewsBits Tonight.
For the latest in sports, here's Kenneth Torres.
The Philippine Azkals bounced back from a loss after dominating Guam 4-1 in the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers at the Guam FA Training Center. Within the 12 minutes of the game, veterans Angel Guirado and Patrick Reichelt scored 2 goals for the Philippines. Guirado latched on to a cross to open the scoring, while Reichelt secured a tapped-in to double the Azkals' lead. In the second half, the Filipinos were on the offensive side again, but it was Guam who got on the scoreboard first after the break. With only 9 minutes left in the regulation, Patrick Strauss earned his first ever international goal off a Mark Hartman assist to push their lead to 4-1. The Azkals lost to Syria 2-5 last September 5 and will return to action on October 15 against China at the Panaad Park and Stadium in Bacolod. Kenneth Torres, NewsBits Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Follow us on our YouTube channel and official social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Sherry Ann Lim. Good evening.